Oh, palladiums. Yeah, I don't think I had palladiums in this one.
I thought I spotted them sort of in the beginning and the end of the film
No,
when
I had
you
these stupid boots on. That's why I tore my hamstring. Palladium's letting me down. I should be able to have any palladium that I want in any color whenever I want it. But palladium are not letting they're letting me down.
They're coming. We are at war.
We are prisoners of war. There are rules.
now, Scott, you know I'm not gonna have a problem kicking it with you, right?
No, come on. It's all right.
Once again, I'm Nigel Chambers from Big O Belt Media with my buddy, my pal, Scott Adkins, to talk about his latest project, Prisoner of War, which is going to be available in theaters and video on demand September 19th. How you doing today?
I'm good, mate. Yes, happy to talk to you again. How's it going?
Absolutely. And it's good. It's good. It's good. So first and foremost, in the absence of our director, Louis Mandylor, I was very excited to talk to him today. I know he couldn't be with us. This will be you two's fourth project collaborating in some capacity. And you also got another one coming down the line this year as well, too. Actually, if we could actually talk about that, that is a Skyline War Path, which is also starring
I'm
Eco.
starting to think, what's the third one? I can't think. So there's
Uh,
two debt collectors.
yep, two debt collectors. Let me
Prisoner of
see.
War, and then you're talking about Warpath. So that's
Yep.
four. But yeah, is there another one?
Hold on, because I looked it up. All right, the Avengement.
Oh my God, yeah, how could I forget about that? Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're right.
Yep,
Jeez.
yep.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, talk to me a little bit. I want to hear about Skyline Warpath. That one sounds exciting as well too. I mean, of course, it's going to be bomb. Look at the names attached to it. But what might you be able to say about that one coming down the line?
I think it's coming out next month at the Fantastic Fest. And it's Eco's movie,
Yeah.
doing his thing, shot it in Indonesia, his whole stunt team doing all the action. So I was just lucky enough to go over there and play an interesting role,
Yeah.
good fun role. I was jet lagged out of my mind, so part of it was like, what's happening? What time is it? Can we go home yet? Oh, dodge a kick.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, but no, I love Eco. He's such a great guy
yeah,
and one of the best martial arts guys out there. But so humble,
yeah,
so humble.
yeah.
I mean, he let me beat him up in triple threat. So I'm like, Eco, just destroy me in this one, mate. I owe you.
It's funny you bring up Triple Threat. Michael Jai White recently, in promoting a project, also brought up that film and YouTube's work on it. Because somebody had mentioned the idea of when are we ever going to get a film of like the Avengers of all of the top,
They've
martial
done it.
artists and stunt artists? I was like, yeah, they done it already. Go
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, man, we did it.
So talk about when you got a call for this one. Prisoners of War. First of all, I tell you all the time, I see your name on it. I know that the stunts, the action is going to be top tier to the point that when I watched the film, I set a timer to see exactly when the first punch was going to be thrown, and this one took only 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
Good. Yeah, that's a rule. That's in the contract.
But yeah, when you got the call for this one, just talking probably the call, the text, y'all probably had coffee or something together. But yeah, when this project approached you, just talk to me about what were you doing at the time? What was your excitement about it? And also with you being a producer, how did you two plan to collaborate to bring this to life?
I actually came up with a story. It was knocking around in my head for a while.
Oh,
Yeah, I had like a two-page treatment. I mean, it's not the most original
yeah,
story.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's not earth-shattering or anything, but I just felt like, man, it'd be great to do some sort of martial arts themed. thing with the Japanese prisoner of war camp, like, but more like Deer Hunter. Forget about the bridge over the River Kwai because we can't afford to have 200, 300 extras. We've got to make it more like intimate, like the Deer Hunter,
Yeah.
where there's just a few of them. Um, and I always had this vision of this guy bursting into this Japanese dojo in the 50s looking for vengeance. And then you replay how he got there, and he was
Mm,
in the trapped behind enemy lines in the POW camp,
yeah.
being tortured by this evil
Yeah.
martial arts karate guy. And so, anyway, the producer, Mark Clebanoff, and producing partner of Lewis, I gave him this treatment. Mark took it off and wrote a whole script brilliantly, fleshed it out much more than I ever could.
Yeah.
Incorporating the whole Death March thing, which was a real thing that happened in the Philippines. And he came back with the script, and I was like, "Man, this is great. When are we going to do it?" And Lewis expressed interest to direct it. I knew he'd be a great director because I spent enough time with him as an actor, knowing that he's got his brain switched on and he's great. And he's
Yeah.
so experienced with films anyway.
Yeah.
And we went out there, we shot it in the rainy season because we were a bunch of fools and encountered a load of problems there with storms and everything. But
Hmm.
it looks great cinematically. And we
It
had
does.
Nico de la Fere, who was the DP for Diablo, actually.
Yeah.
And he shot the hell out of this movie. It looks fantastic. And Lewis is a brilliant director. He obviously, he's a very good actor, so he'd give you great notes as a director to an actor, but also he has a real keen eye for cinema. There's a
Hmm.
lot of gravitas in this movie, and it looks great. And the music and the editing and everything is top notch.
Agreed. And that's the thing about these films is you kind of, read the synopsis, see the trailer, and you possibly it's like, oh, I've seen this before. But because everybody's styling is so different, because there's a lot of Houdinis out there, folks who are able to take smaller budgets and make it look granular in a way that this does. It does look for refreshing. The stunts, the sequences, the moments. Some of your favorites. Going toe to toe for the first time. The collaboration process with other people being involved always makes me excited for, regardless of whatever the title may be or whatever you may think it's going to be. I say all that to say I was just pleasantly surprised as I know I would be. But this one delivered. And another thing I want to talk about. Oh wait, before I talk about that, let me not forget. Once again, I'm going to be on you about when are we going to be talking to director Scott Adkins, because your whole circle now
Yeah.
is nothing but multifaceted, multi-hyphenate filmmakers of sorts. So you got the producer, you got the writer credit, you got plenty of act stunts, all that other good stuff. I'm going to keep championing you to get that director's credit, and I cannot wait till we be able to talk about whatever that project is going to be. So I hope you
Yeah.
have a little bit of inkling of that as well too in your vision.
It's coming.
Okay,
It's coming.
okay, that's all I
Yeah,
need.
yeah, yeah.
That's all I
Yeah.
need. One thing you're passionate about, and again, when we talk about the greats out there, um, everybody's always in this community. Everybody's always very loving, and giving each other flowers, promoting others, and that's something you've done since day one, promoting the names, the top names, the names you may not know about in martial arts and stunts. There's a name in this that I wasn't familiar with. He opens the film, he closes the film, and that's actor Konosuke Yokoi, I believe is how you pronounce it.
I don't know, mate. I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, when you see the film, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Who plays the Ito Jojo's son of the colonel? Um,
I just called him good looking, charismatic young Japanese actor guy.
Talk to me about what you see in him, man. You got to work with him, and sort of the sandwich capacity of the film. I see some inklings, and it kind of reminds me of the first time I remember seeing Eco, where you were just like, I have a feeling this person is going to be really, really special down the line. And God, here we are. You categorize him as one of the greats already. But what did you see with working with him?
I mean, look, I didn't know who they'd cast for that role, and then we got there, and I shot it with him, and it was day one, and he's phenomenal. Yeah, you need someone that's got the martial arts ability, but also is a good actor
Yeah.
and has something about him. Um, and he had it all. A great performance and good-looking guy, great presence. Um, and yeah, it's look, as an actor in Asia, you're always kind of exposed to some sort of martial arts. It's kind of like in England, you might be expected to be able to do Shakespeare or get on a horse. But I feel like in Asia, you need to be expected to be able to do some sort of fighting
Yeah,
because, a lot of their movies, they have a bit of that in there.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, he was great. Yeah. And you needed that. He's got the gravitas
yeah,
but he delivers on both as both an actor and a martial artist, which is hard to find.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean you're a force. Anybody across from you, you have to. And I know it's never your tactic, but you can easily over and outshine anybody you're on screen with in any capacity as an actor, as a good-looking guy, when it comes to the stunts and the moves. But I was like, this young kid, I was like, I'm seeing something here for this short period of time, and I of course like to
Oh,
hear
I'm
from the great
definitely not giving
yourself.
him any other parts if he's outshining me then. No, it was
I,
what happened on day one, though, I'll tell you, was I pulled my hamstring on day one. It was in that fight, the first fight with all the people. And it was
yeah.
like the first day. And I was like, oh my God. So then we
Oh,
had the second half of the day was the fight with him at the end.
yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, I was in a bit of pain. But so I didn't want to do like too many takes. I was
yeah,
in a bad place. But then you get someone like him who was on point with the action for everything. So that was a time when I needed a partner that was going to deliver to help me, and
yeah,
he did. So
yeah.
he's got a bright future.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's got to be amazing for anybody to get the cosign from you, man.
We had
Uh,
Shane Kasugi, the son of Sho Kasugi, the famous ninja guy, brother of Kane Kasugi, was in the movie, and Shane helped source all these Japanese actors to help because he speaks good English to bring them over. So we have Shane to thank for finding these guys as well.
Amazing, amazing. And that's also important too, just to have the representation. I mean, if you're shooting a film in Japan, to have Japan talent, whether they are fresh and young in their career or the vets, but nonetheless, you just want to have the proper representation of folks to tell the story the proper way. And this film is very diverse in all facets, from either from nationalities to also just a range of skills. I mean, you having somebody like Cowboy Donald Cerrone in there, you already said that's a force to be reckoned with right there. He had a very prolific UFC career. I
Mm.
don't know if this is the first time y'all have worked together. Is it?
Yeah,
Is it? Is it?
yeah, yeah,
What's your
yeah,
thoughts
yeah.
about
Oh, he
his
was
presence
great,
in the
man.
film?
He was great. Obviously, a really cool guy, brilliant fighter. A lot of respect for him. Um, and he's actually, as fighters go, he's a really good actor. It
Yes.
comes quite naturally to him. Yeah, and he's got like photographic memory or something. He doesn't learn his lines until just about to shoot it. He goes, "What's my line?" And he say, "Oh,
Wow.
you're going to say this, and you're going to say that, and you're going to say this." And he's like, "Okay, got it." So he's completely switched on in that way as well.
Yeah.
Um, he's got a great look about him, and
Yeah.
yeah, he's cowboy, isn't it? Like, how cool is cowboy?
Yeah, man.
Legend.
Yeah, man. I tell you, he's such a cool dude, and follow his entire career. Uh, to see this side of him in this film, I just wasn't expecting. And what he does towards the end of the film, that third act, I was like, oh wow, yeah, I'm digging some cowboy, man. He really got this under the belt. I wanted to
Yeah.
ask Lewis this, but obviously you also were a part of the scene as well too. I did the scene with the glider. I need to know how that was filmed, and as practical as it looked, which we know there's no way possibly there. But really the heightened urgency, the fear, the panic amongst the cast, everybody's in there. Even to the point that it felt very immersive. I felt a little, for somebody who has a little bit of motion sickness at time, I felt a little like found myself kind of choking a little bit there.
Oh, good.
But y'all really brought that to life. I really enjoyed that scene, and the stakes of that moment as well too. How did y'all put that together?
I'm surprised it worked because obviously we're relying on a fair bit of visual effects,
Yeah,
and we built this glider, which it was just a section of it. So when you see the movie, the wings are extended, the wings are CGI, and then obviously we're all there on a green screen,
Hmm.
doing all
Hmm.
this, and you feel like a complete idiot when you're
Yeah.
doing it. You're giving it everything you've got, and then you're saying to Lewis, "You think it's going to work, mate? Is that going to be okay, or are we going to be left with egg on our face?" Like, I know. So those are those sequences where you don't really know how it's going to. Like, I've been
Yeah.
in films where it's not worked out,
Yeah.
and you're just hoping that the producers are going to deliver. And we had a great CGI visual effects guy from Australia. I can't remember his name. Apologies for that, but he did a brilliant job with the limited visual effects that we have in
Yeah.
this movie, like it was
Yeah.
proper Hollywood standard. So yeah, did a good job. But if you'd stepped into this thing, you'd have been like, "Is this going to work?"
Honestly, and again, that's the magical aspect of filmmaking is because with so much of the film being practical, and again, just because logically you have to say there has to be some visual effects done here, but because you've relied so much on the practical stuff that when you needed to use the visual stuff, it's easy to really blend it in and kind of feel immersed into it. And yeah, it definitely did work for sure for me.
Yeah.
Now for
Well,
the
that was
final
a
question.
legitimate way to pick up gliders as well. Normally, you'd be on a runway, of course,
Okay, yeah,
but we had like old video of it actually happening, and we just had to try and we bend the logic a little bit because it's picking us up and it's smashing us through a few trees, but
yeah,
there was logic behind it.
yeah. All right, so for the wrap up here today, I know obviously we could just be talking on and on, but I know you got things to do. This film, one way or another, looked very physically demanding to you. I believe you took a gun to the back of the head
Again,
probably like 6 times.
oh, I love a gun. I love a gun to the back of the head. I'll probably
And
get one
also,
tonight.
yeah, right. Good way to start the day. And also, I think it's a good time once again to plug the boots that you wear, because we got a lock in that endorsement for you one way or another.
Oh, palladiums. Yeah, I don't think I had palladiums in this one.
I thought I spotted them sort of in the beginning and the end of the film when
No,
you
I had these stupid boots on. That's why I tore my hamstring. Palladium's letting me down. I should be able to have any palladium that I want in any color whenever I want it. But palladium are not letting they're letting me down.
I'm
I need to get
spamming
that
them after this.
sponsorship.
I'm legit spamming. I'm like,
I mean,
you
I'm
got
the
one of the biggest
palladium
name in
guy. I'm
Hollywood.
the
So what y'all doing?
palladium action star. Why
Yes.
palladium not just giving me all the boots I want?
Yeah. Oh
Somebody
yeah.
somebody say something.
Yeah, we're spamming over the socials after this. But yeah, this was definitely looked at very physically demanding film. Believe you're on screen about 98% of it. You go through the ropes. You work with almost everybody in the film in one way or another. Just for you, when you reflect about the effort, the work effort that you put into this film, putting the scenes together. Is there any particular moment you reflect back on that you're proud of? One that you really want the audience to get a little bit of like knowledge behind the scenes in terms of putting it together? Just anything that you're really proud about in terms of your latest project here.
I'm just proud of the film as a whole. I think it really works. I'm proud of Lewis for doing such a great job as a director. I'm very happy with the producers. Michael Copon was one of the producers who's an actor in it as well. That facilitated the making of a good movie because there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that you never are aware of when you watch the film, and
Yeah,
you can't have any excuses. You got to have a smooth sailing production, which it wasn't for reasons that weren't their fault, but they
yeah,
kept the whole thing on track. And I think ultimately, like everyone performed, the cast, the crew, at the best of their abilities in extreme situations. Sometimes it wasn't easy. I mean, we're dealing with crazy weather.
yeah.
Sometimes you're doing a fight, the sun's out, then it's raining, and then the
Mm,
sun's back out again. Like, how do you deal with all this stuff? It's an absolute nightmare.
yeah.
But no, I'm just happy with. I just think it's a good film, and I look forward to people seeing it. And it's funny you said something earlier about you feel like you've seen this. That's the thing about the movies that I make. They're always going to have fight scenes in. That's what I do. I'm not trying to do anything other than that because I appreciate that I've got a fan base who want that from me, and I'm going to give you that all the time. But
Yeah.
I just like to wrap it up in different genres whether it's comedy, whether it's
Yeah.
sci-fi, whether it's gritty, whether it's a bit more comedic, or whether it's a World War II behind enemy lines POW film in
Yeah.
World War II with Japanese
Hell yeah.
cast, you know.
Hell yeah.
But I always do my best and try to do something a little bit different. But at the end of the day, you know you're going to get action.
Hell yeah. Also, crazy work with the kendo sticks. Got some katana action going on in it. Yeah, y'all know what it is each and every time. And you're right. As the fan, as a big fan of yours, as a fan of action and martial arts, y'all can think whatever y'all want by looking at the title. But when you get into it, it's always gonna be a new experience. It's always gonna be a fun time. And you and Lewis and everybody you shouted out, you all did a fantastic job. And this one once again becomes a must watch, a no brainer because Prisoners of War is in theaters, on demand, and digital. Video demand September 19th. Scott, thank you once again for your time. And I guess we'll be talking again very soon as that latest new project, Skyline War Path, is coming just around the corner. You know, I'm gonna have to check that out and
Yeah.
to give you my thoughts on that as well too. But I really appreciate you as
Yeah,
always,
man.
man. Good to keep it up, man. Director
Thank you.
Scott Adkins.
Yeah, I'll see you for Warpath. I'll see
All
you for
right.
Warpath.
Sounds good, buddy. Thank you so much for your time today.
Okay, mate. See ya.
Directorial.